I have asked you to read Monsoon Type of Climate from the Go Ching Leong, that is JC Leong book. So I hope all of you have read it. Yesterday, due to the network issue, network problem and disturbances, we were not able to, we can say, have a monsoon type of climate session continuously. So there must be some doubts, or there must be some we can say, the confusion about the monsoon type of climate. So I just wanted to know whether you have understood the monsoon type of climate clearly, or you want me to repeat it again, or you want me to, what you can say, have a quick revision for the monsoon type of climate once again. What do you suggest?
So please revise.
Shall I continue with the, or shall I go with the next type of climate, that is Sudan type of climate? Have you all read the monsoon type of climate from the GC Leong book? Yes, Sania, have you read it? हेलो,
यस सर।
समझ में आ गया आपको monsoon type of climate?
यस सर, थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ गया।
थोड़ा थोड़ा समझ में आ गया, ठीक है। चलिए, what about you, अनंत? अनंत, आसिफ?
Sir, I read it, but there are some problem in agriculture development.
There are some problem, or you didn't understand how the agricultural is well developed in the monsoon type of climate. It's not well developed.
Yes, sir. Please revise.
Yeah, compared to the equatorial type of climate, agriculture is more, we can say, developed in the monsoon type of climate. Reason is, we know that in monsoon type of climate there is a certain period of season, like there is winter, there is rainy season, and there is summer season. So unlike in equatorial type of climate where there is everyday rainfall and temperature is very high and there is high amount of humidity in the equatorial type of climate, in monsoon type of climate the rainfall is in a season, that is in the rainy season, that is from June, July, August, September, right? And that is the reason we know that in monsoon type of climate there is again breaks in the monsoon. Like the monsoon is not continuously, like even in the monsoon period the rainfall is not every day. There are certain breaks in between, and that's why the agriculture can be practiced in monsoon type of climate, because if there is everyday rainfall the farmers will not get a chance for sowing the plants and as well as sowing the crops, and as well as they will not get an opportunity to harvest the crop. So that is why the climate in the monsoon type of in the monsoon type of season, it's suitable for agriculture, where there are different seasons, that is rainy season, summer season, and winter season. During winter season we have rabi crops, and during rainy season we have rabi crop, that is the rainfed crops are there. So such type of climate is not available in the equatorial type of climate, because if there is everyday rainfall then obviously the farmers will not get a chance for sowing and harvesting. That is why agriculture is not practiced in equatorial type of climate, while it is practiced in monsoon type of climate. And again, the type of crops which are grown in the monsoon type of climates are rice, wheat, sugarcane, these and pulses. These are the crops which are grown in the monsoon type of climate. While although agriculture is practiced in some extent in equatorial type of climate, the crops are like what you can say, rubber and cocoa and coffee can be grown in the equatorial type of climate. So this is what is the difference between the uh, agricultural development in the equatorial and in the monsoon type of climate. So you can see here that on page number 2 it is mentioned that the agricultural development in the monsoon. So much of the monsoon forest has been cleared for agriculture to support very dense population, because we can see that monsoon type of climate is the reason where there is a high density of population both in Mexico as well as in India. So can you all see this region now? Yeah, this is India and this is Mexico. Now you know this is the region where there is maximum population located and not say settled in the world. So that's why you can see that this region maximum forests have been cleared for agriculture, and the cultural landscape throughout the length and breadth of the monsoon lands deeply reflects the intensity of man's quest for subsistence. Wherever possible, crops are grown, the plains are plowed, and fields are terraced to provide farmland. Farms are small, and people are forever land hungry. So, in their quest for land, they have removed the natural vegetation. They have removed the natural vegetation, sometimes wantonly, resulting in acute soil erosion. This is particularly serious in Indian subcontinent, which has a very high density of population, rapid rate of growth. So you know that in India we have a rapid growth of population because we can survive with the help of the agricultural practice here. But in the plains, the same piece of land may be tilled over generations with little or no replenishment, yet able to yield fairly reasonable return. That is what is explained here. So here there are various types of agricultural development that is explained here. That is tropical, which is called as tropical agriculture. That is here we have wet paddy cultivation. Paddy means rice. So rice is the most important staple crop which is grown in this region, which is grown in the rainy season, right? Because paddy need rain, and during harvesting side it needs what you can say the dry season. So paddy or rice is cultivated in the rainy season. Then second is lowland cash crop like sugarcane, jute, cotton. These are also grown. Then coffees are also grown in hilly region. That is highland plantation crop. So some of the plantation crops like coffee and tea are also grown in the monsoon type of climate. Lumbering means in some region there is what you can say the practice of wood cutting. That is what is mentioned here as a lumbering. And shifting cultivation is also practically some of the hilly areas in India, and these are called as zoom cultivation. So such type of zoom cultivations are what I can say, zoom cultivations have been given various names in the various countries. Like in Malaysia, it is called as Ladang, Tangaya in Burma, and then various names are given in various what you can say the region. That is what is mentioned here. So why agriculture is well developed in monsoon type of climate? Because of the season which is well developed in monsoon. So difference between equatorial type of climate and monsoon type of climate is that the monsoon type of climate has 3 seasons, while equatorial type of climate has only 1 season throughout the year, and that one season is what? A high rainfall and high temperature throughout the year. But here in monsoon type of climate, it is not the situation, right? So you got a difference between equatorial type of climate and monsoon type of climate?
Yes, sir.
Any doubts, Ratika?
Sir, can you discuss about the 3 seasons once?
3 seasons.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Why 3 seasons have been created in the monsoon type of climate? 3 seasons means winter, rainy, and summer season, which is developed here. So in yesterday's class, I have discussed this. So here you can see that the 3 seasons. One is called as the cool, dry season from the October to February. So when there is a cool and dry season, you can see when we know that there is a shifting of the sun from north to south and south to north. So when sun is exactly in the Tropic of Cancer, that is in the south hemisphere, there is winter season in the north hemisphere. All of you know this. ये हमने किया था
Yes, sir.
पहले, सबको याद है? When the sun is in the south hemisphere, there is winter in the north hemisphere, there is summer in the south hemisphere. Is it clear? ये यहाँ तक समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So if there is winter in the north hemisphere, then obviously there will be a high pressure created on the land, and there will be low pressure created in the south hemisphere, that is in the Indian Ocean. And that leads to what you can say reversal of the wind. So that leads what you can say blowing of the wind from land to sea. Here, can you see here the B diagram on the page on right hand side? There is one diagram that here you can see the winds are blowing from land towards sea, which is moving towards Australia. So this is the situation during the winter season, that is during the cool season. So the cool season, that is winter season, are dry because the winds are blowing from land towards sea, and these are the dry season, and there is no rainfall in India during this cool and dry season, that is in the month of October, November, December, January, and February. Got it, Ritika? So during winter, the situation is dry because of what you can say, the sun is in the south hemisphere and there is winter in the north hemisphere. Now, but we know that slowly, gradually, the sun moves to the north hemisphere again. So when the sun will come on the north hemisphere here in the month of what you can say in the month of March, April, May, June. So this month we have sunny season, we have summer season, that is hot and dry season. So in the month of February, March, April, May, in these 4 months, temperature is very high and there is no rainfall. So this season is called as the hot and dry season. So why this is called as hot and dry season? Hot because temperature is high, and why dry? Because there is no rainfall during this season. So is there any rainfall in India during the March, April, May, June? So in India, we know that during winter as well as in summer, there is no rainfall, right? October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May. In these 6 months, there is no rainfall. One is a cool and dry season and another is a hot and dry season, right? And the last season, that is rainy season, which starts in the middle of June. So June to September. That is in this season, what happened? There is a low pressure created in the northern hemisphere, that is here in the northern hemisphere, and high pressure is created in the south hemisphere because sun is exactly in the north hemisphere and there is winter in the south hemisphere now. Because since sun is in the north hemisphere, then summer in the north hemisphere and there is winter in the south hemisphere. A high pressure is created on the Australia and high pressure is created in the Indian Ocean here. And that leads to blowing of the wind. There is again reversal of the wind. Earlier, the wind were blowing from land to sea, but now the winds are blowing from sea to land, from Indian Ocean, that is from Arabic Sea to Indian, what you can say, the subcontinent. And that leads to what you can say, the rainfall, because the winds which are coming from the Arabian Sea, they brings the moisture on the surface of the earth. Got it? So there is a rainy season between June, July, August, and September. So these three distinct seasons are created in the monsoon type of climate, that is between 10 to 30 degree latitude, eastern margin of the continent. Got it?
Got it, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay, Swati, you understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what you need to remember about the monsoon type of climate is that you need to remember the location of the monsoon type of climate. So location is, can anybody tell me what is the location of the monsoon type of climate on the world map?
So 0 to 30 degree latitude.
It's
Within
not
0.
0, it is 10 to 30 degree.
10 to 30.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Because 0 to 10 we have
Equatorial.
equatorial type of climate. So above 10 to 30 degree latitude.
Yes, sir.
Right? So between 10 to 30 degree latitude, eastern margin or western margin or middle of continent? Yes, Ritika. Is it eastern margin or western margin or middle of continent?
Middle of the continent.
Yes, sir.
I'm not sure. I'm not understanding the question.
See, now here. Can you see here?
Oh, yes, sir.
This grid? So
Yes.
monsoon type of climate between 10 to 30 degree latitude, eastern margin of the continent. Can you see here?
Yes, sir.
Now here you can see the monsoon type of climate is located in the eastern margin of the continent between 10. Like this is a continent, Asian continent. So it is the eastern margin. So here it is eastern margin. Here it is eastern margin in South America, and here it is again eastern margin in the Africa and eastern margin of Australia. So 10 to 30 degree latitude, eastern margin of the continents, we have monsoon type of climate. That is location. So
Okay.
vegetation and season we have seen. The climate is that three distinct seasons. That is summer, rainy, and winter season. What about the vegetation? Which type of vegetation is there in the monsoon type of climate? Yes, Anshu Kumari, do you remember yesterday we have discussed which type of climate which type of vegetation is there in the monsoon type of climate?
Sir, I can.
Yes, Sanya.
Sir, density type of climate.
Yes, Anshu, do you remember yesterday we have discussed which type of forest or which type of vegetations are found in the monsoon type of climate? We have discussed that in monsoon type of climate we have deciduous type of forest. Deciduous means what? Deciduous means where the trees shade their leaves, that you can see here. The more tropical monsoon forest, deciduous type of what you can say the forest where the trees what you can say shade their leaves due to the withstand drought. So during the dry season, the forest or the trees in the monsoon type of climate, they shade their leaves, and during the wet season, that is during the rainy season, the leaves are again sprouted and they again what you can say do the photosynthesis. So during the dry season, the trees in India shed their leaves. Have you ever seen? आपने देखा है क्या नहीं देखा? इंडिया में जो trees हैं during the sometimes they shed their leaves. Do India have evergreen forest?
No, sir.
No, we don't have evergreen forest. We have deciduous forest, right? And this deciduous forest, the best example of the trees which are found in the deciduous forest is teak and sal, right? समझ में आ गया ये सबको? All of you got it?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है? चलिए. पल्लवी, सबको समझ में आ रहा है? पल्लवी, आसिफ, अनंत, तरन्नु, have you all got it?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है. Shall I go to the next?
Yes.
Next type of climate now. Okay. So next type of climate is called a savanna type of climate. Now again going back to the grid, chapter number 14, which has given all types of climate. So can you see this grid now? Is it visible? Hello? Okay. Now here you can see the savanna type of climate is found between 10 to 30 degree latitude in the middle of continents. So in the same latitudinal location, that is hot zone, between 10 to 30 degree latitudes, we have what? We have a savanna or tropical, what you can say, the type of grassland, tropical grasslands we can find here, right? So these are called as savanna type of climate or Sudan type of climate. So I'll go to the chapter, tropical type of climate, sorry, tropical savanna type of climates. So can you all see this picture now? Can you all see the diagram? Now here you can see,
Yes, sir.
yeah, here we can see that the distribution of the savanna type of climate is the savanna or Sudan. Why it is called the Sudan type of climate? Because this type of climate is well developed in Sudan. There is one country called Sudan which is located in the middle of Africa here. So such type of climate is well developed in Sudan, and that is why this is also called as Sudan type of climate. And why the name savanna? Because a unique type of grasslands which are created in this zone. That is why they are called as savanna type of climate, because savanna grasslands are found in this type of climate. So the savanna or Sudan type of climate is a transitional type of climate between the equatorial forest and the terrene hot desert. So it is a transitional zone between the monsoon type of climate and the desert type of climate. Right? They are located between eastern margin and western margin, and they are located between the middle of the, what you can see, the continent. And that is why they are located in the transition zone from monsoon type of climate to desert type of climate. That is tropical forest type of climate to the what you can say, between the hot desert type of climate, and that is why they are called as transitional zone. So it is confined within the tropic and is best developed in Sudan, where the dry and wet seasons are most distinct. Hence, it is the name is called as Sudan type of climate, right? So the belt includes West African Sudan. So you can see that this type of climate are found in middle of the Africa. These are also found in the middle of South America, both in North Hemisphere as well as in the South Hemisphere. And here also you can see that this type of climate is found both in North Hemisphere as well as in South Hemisphere of the Africa. And these are also well developed in Australia, in the middle of Australia. Here the type of grasslands are created here, and that is why they are called as savanna grassland, right? So what is the uniqueness of what you can say the savanna type of climate that you can see here? That the Sudan type of climate is characterized by an alternate hot rainy season and cool and dry season. So here we can see that in India also, but in monsoon type of climate also, there is a hot season, there is a cool season, sorry, there is a rainy season, and there is a cool and dry season. But the difference is in the amount of rainfall. So can you see here what is the amount of rainfall in the Sudan type of climate? How much is the amount of rainfall? Here you can see 12 inches is the amount of rainfall. Highest rainfall is 12 inches. Can you see here? In right hand side, there is one graph given where the amount of rainfall is highest in the month of you can see August, that is 12 inch highest rainfall. But in monsoon type of climate, you can see the highest rainfall is 24 inch. Can you see here? Is it visible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Right. So here the what is the difference between savanna type of climate and monsoon type of climate is that here also there are 3 seasons. That is a hot season, rainy season, and as well as cool and dry season. But the difference is in the amount of rainfall. So here the amount of rainfall is less compared to the equatorial, sorry, compared to the monsoon type of climate, right? And that is the reason here, rather than creation of the forest, like in India, in monsoon type of climate, we do have forest. Although they are deciduous forest, but we have a forest, we have trees. But in savanna type of climate, rather than what you can say having the forest, we have grasslands. Because of the less amount of rainfall, here there are grasslands, but these grasslands also have some short trees. They are not complete grasslands. There are some short trees in between. And that is why a unique type of natural vegetation is created in the savanna type of climate and in Sudan type of climate, where we can see there are vast grasslands, and in between we have some small, what you can say, the short trees. That you can here you can see that in natural vegetation you can see that savanna landscape is typified by tall grass and short trees. Got it? So there are tall grass and short trees in this type of what you can see the region. Now I will go to the next what you can say the page. Now here you can see in the savanna type of climate you can find such type of what you can say the vegetation, where you can see there are small what you can say the shrubs and grasslands are there, and some small what you can say the trees are there. So because of such vegetation in this type of climate, the large game animals or what you can say the large animals like giraffe or lions or elephants or what you can say zebra, such type of large animals can survive in such type of climate, right? So that is why here you can see that because of the low rainfall, agriculture is not well developed because of the low rainfall. Because in monsoon type of climate is well, the agriculture is well developed because of the high rainfall. Although in a particular season, but there is high rainfall. But in savanna type of climate, there is low rainfall, and because of low rainfall, agriculture is not well practiced. But we do have grasses here, and that is why here the maximum population who are living in this region, they practice what we can say the pastoralism. You know what is pastoralism? Pastoralism is what? Pastoralism is pashupalan. And here you can see in natural in the savanna type of climate we have big game countries, big game animals. That is we can say we can find herbivores, we can also find carnivores, we also find tigers, zebra, then giraffe, deer, gazelle, elephant, all types of what you can say the big animals are found in this type of region. But also due to the availability of the grasslands, the humans who are living in this region, they are what we can say practicing the main important subsistence source or agricultural practice. So not agriculture, but the subsistence is what? The subsistence is pastoralism, that is pashupalan. So the people who live in this area, they are the pastoralic tribals, or they are the what you can say the pastoralists. Pastoralists means what? The rear the cattle. But here you can see that the people like in the countries like Kenya, Zimbabwe, or Tanzania, or Uganda, which are in the Central Africa. Here we have a tribe which are called as the Maasai tribe, right? So this Maasai tribe, what you can say, rear the cattle, but they do not kill their cattle. But here you can see that cattle are kept very every Maasai family, like cattle are reared, but they do not kill the cattle because we know that killing cattle is considered as what is the sin there. But rather than killing the cattle, they suck the blood from the neck of this cattle and they drink the blood from the blood which is sucked from the neck of the what you can say neck of the cattle. Because we know that these grasslands, because if they kill the animals, then obviously they may not survive afterwards, because cattle are the important source of food for them. So in monsoon type of climate, agriculture is well developed. The crops like rice, wheat, then what you can say coffees are well developed. But here in the middle of what you can say the continent, the agriculture is not well developed, but they do what you can say practice, that is nomadic pastoralism, right? But in some region, like in this part of the Africa, now here you can see, here we have in South Africa, here we have Kenya, Zimbabwe, then what you can see Uganda. So here in the south hemisphere of the Africa, we have Maasai tribes, but in the north hemisphere here, in Kano, which is mentioned here, here we have countries like Nigeria and Niger. Here there is one more type of what you can say the tribes are found in the Africa. These are called as Hausa tribes. Right now, this Hausa tribe that you can see here, these Hausa are the settled cultivators. Hausa tribes, the Hausas are tribe of settled cultivators who inhabit in the savanna lands of the Bauchi Plateau of northern Nigeria. Their number is almost 6 million and have been organized in settled agricultural communities. So Hausa communities practice agriculture, while the Maasai communities or the Maasai tribals, they practice what you can see the cattle rearing. So that is what is the difference between the north hemisphere and south hemisphere. So in north hemisphere, they do practice settled agriculture, but in south hemisphere, they do practice what you can say the pastoralism. Right? So savanna type of climate, what you need to remember here is that the savanna type of climate is located between 10 to 30 degree latitude in the middle of the continents. And here the rainfall is less compared to the monsoon type of climate. And because of less rainfall, the grasslands which are found in these type of regions, the vegetation which is found in this region is called as savanna grasslands or Sudan type of grasslands. And here in savanna type of grasslands or Sudan type of grassland, here we have tall grasses and short trees in between. And because of such vegetation, the large animals, the big game animals are found in this type of what you can say in this type of vegetation, that is giraffe, animals, lions, then tigers, then zebra are found in such type of what you can say the region. So the agricultural development in this type of region is there is agriculture is developed in northern hemisphere, that is Hausa tribe, but in the southern hemisphere the tribals are Masai who practice the pastoralism. But you can say recently here in this region there is increasing amount of what is the tourism, like safari tourism has increased a lot in Africa now, because the people go to Africa for watching tiger, for watching giraffe, for watching what you can say the lions and zebras. So in last few years safari tourism, tourist business or tourism has increased as a one of the what you can say the advanced way of economic development in the savanna type of climate. So in some countries like Kenya, Zimbabwe, Nigeria, in such countries there is increasing amount of what you can say the wild tourism in such type of what you can say the region. Okay, so this is all about the savanna type of climate. Okay, so here you can see in many parts of the East and South Africa, national parks have been set up with the control of killing of animals. This is necessary if many of the rare species of animals are preserved and protected from wanton shooting. In Kenya, there are large hotels and living towers built in heart of the savanna with special transport arrangements to bring tourists, which is called a safari tourism, into see animals in their natural setting. This is a progressive step made in conserving animal life of the savanna and should be encouraged. That is what is mentioned here. Got it? So any doubts about the savanna type of climate? Is it clear to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any doubts, Ritika?
No, sir, no doubts.
समझ में आ गया सबको, बाकी लोगों को?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, चलिए. So you will go and read the savanna type of climate today. So I have asked you to read all the topics: equatorial, monsoon type of climate, and savanna type of climate. I don't know why you people are not reading. What is the problem in reading the chapters? I am giving you the time to read the chapters. If you read it, then only will understand it. You can ask me in the next class. Will you all read the topic? All three topics? Before I start the next type of climate, that is desert type of climate. See, this is a very interesting part of geography. If you read it, then you will be able to remember the facts. And again, you can see maximum questions which have been asked by the UPSC. They have been asked from this book, and especially this chapter number 16 to chapter number 25. And to understand this chapter, that's why I have taken the basics of geography. So I want all of you to read these topics. Okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
Shall okay, so shall we stop it here today?
Yes, sir.
Swati, any doubts?
No, sir.
चलिए फैसल समझ में आ रहा है?
Yes, sir.
ठीक है चलिए. So shall I stop?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so probably I will send you the newspaper link maybe after 10-15 minutes. So please join the newspaper discussion, today's newspaper discussion.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.